24HRS. After seeing Cardinals player confront airman with flag, coach infuriates fans with what he did. NFL players continue with their divisive message insistent on going down this path of destruction just to go against President Trump, who wants them to stop, which will eventually put them out of a job or paid a lot less to throw the pigskin. Just when the league reached rock bottom, people watching the demise of what was once America's favorite sport were shocked when they saw what Arizona Cardinals receiver suddenly did out of nowhere when he booked it on field during the flag ceremony and confronted a U.S. airman from behind. Now his coach has caused a massive reaction of his own with what he did right after the incident came to the surface. The NFL is no longer recognizable as America's favorite sport, as hundreds of thousands of fans have abandoned the stands, opting to spend 3 hours of their week supporting anything other than this political circus. Despite not every player in the league supporting the protests, those who do have ruined the industry for everyone. Cardinals receiver, 33-year-old Larry Fitzgerald has been in the NFL much longer than his protesting counterparts and is likely not too happy about what the league has become. As we reported yesterday, a photo surfaced of what he did after running onto the field that shocked the entire stadium. Now, 24 hours after that was reported, the team is making news again for what his coach just announced. Fitzgerald was on the sidelines watching the flag ceremony when he noticed the airman's had fallen off during the ceremony. Out of respect for the flag, the airman couldn't let go of Old Glory to put his uniform back together, which Fitzgerald seemed to realize as well. Showing respect for the soldier and the flag, the receiver ran out on the field and got the airman's back by putting his hat back on his head. This isn't the first time that Fitzgerald has gone out of his way to show respect for our military, and it's no coincidence that his thoughtfulness doesn't get the coverage that protests do. What's sad is that this hat incident took place last season but nobody paid any attention to it, along with what he did when he ran off the field in the middle of a game when he saw who was on the sidelines. In a massive contrast from everyone taking a knee this season, Fitzgerald is reaching out to current and past service members during his games. We saw what he did with the airman, and now we're seeing that he also ran to the sidelines to shake a World War II veteran's hand and thank him for his service. Despite being in the midst of a football game on November 22, Cardinals receiver Larry Fitzgerald took time to honor a veteran on the sidelines. ABC 15 reported of the incident that took place in 2015 but went largely unnoticed. Unlike all the protests since then. Fitzgerald spoke with U.S. Air Force Colonel James Ballard during the game to honor the man for his years of service. Fitzgerald even removed his glove to shake Ballard's hand and presented him with a signed practice ball, the report noted. This is much more than sports and should have been broadcasted everywhere across the country. But this political statement didn't receive near the attention as what Kaepernick's that was taking place while Fitzgerald was on the field fixing the U.S. airman's hat. Now that's come full circle, since Kaepernick can't get a job and the Cardinals happen to be hiring, but with players like Fitzgerald on the team, they don't need the negativity that Kaepernick represents. Chicago Tribune reports that Arizona lost their starting quarterback, Carson Palmer, to a broken left arm and are now relying on their backup, Drew Stanton. It's not looking like Palmer is coming back anytime soon, which fans of Kaepernick, who desperately want him to get a job, are using as an opportunity to get him hired as the replacement. It's pretty much the final option for the godfather of national anthem protest to get a job, but it's not one that the coach is willing to make, and rightfully so. Rather than signing him to take over where Palmer can't play anymore, he'd rather take his chances with a less skilled quarterback than with a controversial one. This move pretty much infuriated Kaepernick fans and those who support the protests. The future of the NFL is uncertain, which is unfortunate for class act players like Fitzgerald, who represents everything right in a role model. Even if the Cardinals never make it to the Super Bowl or win another game, they have won on principle by employing players who deserve attention for all the right reasons and not divisive degenerates like Kaepernick, and not caring who is offended by that decision. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.